Second and goal. Pitch to Zeraway. Brings it back into the middle. He's at the 2, at the 1. Touchdown, Amos. Don Nalen quickly on the field to tell the offense, don't come to the sideline. It's a 2-point play. The only person that will leave is Anthony Green, the fullback.
Amos Zeraway showed you exactly what you were talking about the other day. The strength in his upper body, because he took a couple shots, but he's so strong in his chest and his arms that he was able to force that ball in the end zone. Now, here's where West Virginia, they've got a pre-planned play to a 2-point play. You usually go into the ball game with 3 2-point plays, and your concern is whether Syracuse is going to play zone or man-to-man in the secondary.
3 wide receivers, Zeraway the lone setback. Fade route, he got it. Pat Green with the 2-point conversion. We are tied.
The fade to Pat Green, who is 6'2", working against Phil Nash. Mark Bolger puts ear under that football and throws it over the outside shoulder, and a nice catch.
You can see Nash looked up too late. 28-28. 4:35 to play, third quarter. Well, there are many ways to have lonely feelings in a lifetime, and for a young college football player, Nate Trout is very good at what he does, but he's missed a couple tonight that he normally doesn't miss, and so we're still tied. It is heavy on his mind right now as he just missed that attempt from 35. Here's Zeraway. Cuts it back up into the middle. Puts a head down. Ball is loose. Kicked by Syracuse. No possession by the Orangemen. It'll stay with West Virginia.
And the official got knocked down there. Everybody was going for that football. Again, Amos Zeraway shows you his upper body strength because he runs over Quentin Harris. And the ball comes out. Very close to being down, but they picked up a few extra yards. Ron, you go back to Trout. Nate Trout is could get another opportunity in this ball game, so I'm sure the coaches are talking to him. Stay in the ball game.
Well, we couldn't hear the announcement by the referee. He was explaining why the ball came back to the point of the fumble rather than where it was kicked and out of bounds, or where it was kicked, I should say. Zeraway cuts it back into the boundary. Going to have 10, now 12 yards in the play, and Corley comes back over his back to make the tackle, and Chris Fowler. Let's check with you. Chris, also we send our condolences, Jack Hartman, his family out in Manhattan, Kansas. Great coach at K-State. Also was at Southern Illinois, and I know Frazier played for him there. Anyway,
outstanding basketball coach.
An outstanding fella too. Jack Hartman died yesterday. Pass out in the flat. Antonio Brown, and he's close to a first down, and Syracuse has a player down. Phil Nash, who came up to make the tackle, and Phil, well, he is now moving, but he had not a moment ago, and a second player is down in the secondary.
Keith Bullock.
Yeah, Keith Bullock, one of the linebackers. Now here's Nash and the injury to him. And then Bullock Goes spinning over the top of the play.
Looked like he got kicked in the ankle.
So Paul Pasqualoni, as if he didn't already have enough on his mind, he's got 2 of his starters on defense still down in the field, and the opposition driving in a tie game. Well, let's do a little advanced planning here in case the Mountaineers get the ball close enough to attempt a field goal and cannot punch it in the end zone. What about Jay Taylor? Well, this year he is 6 of 8 coming into this ball game tonight, and his longest is 47 yards, and that came against Ohio State.
And Ron, both teams, West Virginia has 2 timeouts remaining. Syracuse has all 3 of their timeouts.
Now they're helping Phil Nash up now. Bullock has already gone to the sideline. The numbers on Bullock, 12 tackles for him tonight, and 7 of those are solo tackles. And that's all we heard the coaches talk about, both West Virginia and Syracuse, how they respect and like Bullock. Now, it would appear as though that Nash is injured more seriously.
Yeah, Matt Klaus, the linebacker, the middle linebacker, the junior, will come in for Keith Bullock.
A lot of rain out west.
That's a former Kansas State assistant, Dana Dimmel, and doing a nice job out there at Wyoming.
Donovan McNabb waits on the sideline. You saw his reaction on the missed attempt just a moment ago by Nate Trout.
Well, the clock is big for both teams right now because if West Virginia marches down and kicks the field goal, Syracuse wants to use their timeouts and to give Donovan McNabb enough time to get back on the field with his offense.
And so as you look at the scoreboard, 3 timeouts left for Syracuse, 2 for West Virginia. Look at total yardage. 418 for the Mountaineers and 375 for Syracuse. Here's a look at Taylor. As we mentioned, 47 yards, his longest. It happened in the opening game right here in Morgantown against Ohio State. They go right up the middle. This is Anthony Green, and the big fullback will take it with a tough run to the 43. Quentin Harris and Poles combining to the tackle.
Now, Ron, what you should have if you're West Virginia is you should have David Saunders against Ian McIntosh. With Nash hurt now, you go to Ian McIntosh, bring him into the corner spot. Now David Saunders, who's your guy? I mean, he's the guy that's going to have to make the big catches here late in the football game for you to win.
Play action. He's got a man wide open at the 15, 10, 5, touchdown David Saunders. And this crowd erupts in Morgantown.
Sometimes you score too fast, but Don Nalen will take this, but it's exactly what they did. They like the matchup of David Saunders versus Ian McIntosh coming in the ball game. They motion David Saunders. It's man-to-man coverage. They got a blitz coming on. Mark Bolger finds David Saunders back away from the grain, wide open. McIntosh trailing him, just got lost.
Taylor with the extra point, and with 3:04 to play, our new score. The Mountaineers 35 and the Orangemen of Syracuse 28. We'll be right back.
What's up, little Al? What's up, Tony? Javon, what's up,
Oliger has it teamed at the 35. We're just talking during the timeout that that's Ian McIntosh on the sideline. I don't know whether he was looking for help or not.
Well, it was tough. It was a tough play because they had a blitz on.
Perfect call for.
Yeah, it was a perfect call, and David Saunders went in motion. He came back against the grain, and Ian McIntosh got picked off a little bit. Was on the hip of David Saunders, but it was just a very well-run play for the defense that Syracuse was in.
Here's a high kick and short. The 13, Kevin Johnson. Kevin Johnson Kevin Johnson, and he's loose at the 50-yard line, cuts it back, and is going to be tackled at the 35. And what I started to say a moment ago is that we talked during the timeout, this game's a long way from being over. That is a 52-yard return.
Ron, Kevin Johnson just had a tremendous football game. Continues to put his team in a position to win this